having a lovely day and a lovely week. I am coming tonight to share with you, as you all know, last week I did a unboxing of the Beebeecraft things I had from there. So I had my stencils, I had some tags, I had the lovely goodies actually. I had some Chinese China beads, they're gorgeous, and I also had some charms. So, and then I asked you ladies, what product would you like me to start first on doing a project? And it was a little bit of a giveaway. So I'm going to do the 2 projects and then I'm going to announce the winner of the little mini giveaway. So what I've got, you all said you'd love me to do the tags. So I've got my tags out, got my die cut out. I've also got the stencils because I want to play with some of these today. Even though the tags, I've already got a shape to them. I want to see, I want to use my stencils. So some of these can be used for Christmas, some of them can be used for Valentine's Day, some of them can be used throughout the year, which is what I like most about them. So they're really cool. You get 6 and 1, 2, and 2, 3. I've got like a stitch emboss stitch all the way around. I can't remember what it's quite called, but I'll show you now when I cut it out. So I'm going to be playing with them today. Like I say, I've got some stencils that I had from Beebeecraft. So I'm going to dig out some of these. So to start us off, I have my Big Shot, and I also have, I'm going to be using, this is mixed media pad. It's by Artesia, and the reason I was going to use my watercolor paper, but then I thought, because I'm sort of playing around with different mediums, different inks and stuff, I don't want my paper to bend essentially. So I'm using a mixed media set paper, and this is 100 GSM. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take, because I'm gonna start cutting our shapes out. And this pad, I didn't get this pad from Beebeecraft. I bought this online. And you can cut I bought this online. This because I'm using different like mediums, paints and all that tonight, that I got it out. So let's get cracking. Now before I get started, I will leave the link to Beebeecraft in the description bar below, and I'll also leave the link of me unboxing the box below as well, along with what projects I'm actually using tonight. I will let you know what projects aren't from the shop, so you can have a gander. But yeah, I'm all excited. So let's get cracking. Let me just check. Yep, same size. So I brought my cutter from the other side of the room, and first off, let me start by cutting all of them. Let's test them all out. Let's see if they give us a nice clean cut. They should do, because they feel quite sharp on the end. Not sharp as in, I don't mean by that, I mean not sharp as in cut your fingers. They feel like they're going to cut, because some dies when you pick them up, they feel quite blunt, and then when you go to cut, they don't cut. These actually, they feel like they're going to cut. I know that doesn't make any sort of sense, but and they don't take that much room up when I think about it. So I'm just going to push these all the way up. And we're probably going to work with 2 tonight. I just want to test them all out really. Okay. Ooh, see, I always like that noise on a cutting machine. because it means my die cut is doing what it's supposed to do. Ooh, that's quite nice. So I always, when I'm cutting dies especially, I always like to run it through twice. Let's just see whether it's cut on the once. Because looking at it, I think it's cut. It's cut once. And so you've got, so I didn't even have to run through that twice. Some of my dies I do, and I'm like there forever trying to cut them all out. So that's really cool. And that one's got the stitch marking around the heart. I don't know whether the camera will pick it up. There, you can just about see it around the heart here. So that one was this one. This is the reindeer. Oh wow, look at that. So you get the inside shape, and then you get the tag with it cut. I can't believe they've cut through once. I always have to push my dies through twice, always. So that's really cool that you don't have to, I tend to find it quite difficult pushing the big shot. That wasn't difficult at all. So I'm just gently, because I don't want the snowflake to break. Come on. I think this one was on the end. I'm going to push that through, and because I don't want it to break, it has gone through. It's just I don't want it to break. And then the Christmas tree. Oh, look, how cool are they? Right, I'm going to scoot them onto my desk. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to push this one back through again, only because it's a snowflake and I don't want it to break. I don't want it to break the snowflake. But they cut perfectly, so definitely well worth the money. Now, I haven't got the prices next to me, but what I will do when I finish the live and I've listed everything I'm making is I will list below how much the dies are. Now I do believe, wait a sec, I do believe that on last time I looked, and this was over the Black Friday weekend, they had a sale on. Before then they had sale on different items as well, so it'd be well worth you going to have a look, because you never know what you're going to find. Okay, so let's have a look. There you go, and there's our little snowflake, and there's our tag. So I'm going to push these. Now they worked perfectly. They come in their own little tin, which means I am going to faff about with putting them in my big folder, because they go in my tin perfectly. Bear with me a second. Okay, let me see what we've got. So we have 6 dies. We should have 6 cutouts. 1, 2, 3. What am I missing? 2 hearts. Should have 6 cutouts. I wonder where it's gone. I don't know where the little heart's gone. I did just have it, but I don't know where I've put it. So what I'll do is, you can sort of see, but you should have the insides. I think it's when I lifted it up, you didn't. Yeah, it's not in the dies. And I always like to keep my dies nice. Where's my scissors gone? I can't find anything tonight. Ah, here it is. With my dies, I always like to push any little holes, because it keeps them tidy if you just push the little holes through, and it'll keep them nice for you for next time you go to use them. You don't have to worry about pushing them. Now, if you notice that most of these, well, most of these dies that I cut, it's only the odd one, actually took the little circle off the top of the die out itself before I even pushed it through the scissors. So that's really cool. And like I say, the only one I pushed through twice, which you saw me do, was the snowflake one. And that's because I wanted to, because I know the snowflake has got some intricate detail. So I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to break the snowflake. But everything else pushed it out perfectly. So that's really cool, isn't it? In the fact that you haven't got to worry about rotating your die cutting machine and that it cuts it out first time for you. So what are we going to do? We are going to, I'm going to go and get some mediums, and we're going to use the stencils to build up a Christmas tag. So I will see you in a second. Right, so I'm back. I found the little hearts. So I have 6 tags, and I have 3, 4, 5, 6 little embellishments came from the tags. I've also cut myself a tag which measures, let's see how much it measures, 4 by 2 3/4, and it's a lot bigger, as you can see, than these tags, but we're going to use this tag and we're going to use the insiders. So I've cut this out via the watercolor paper, but I'm going to use my mixed media paper as my blank canvas to work from. So the first thing I want to do is I want to put some paper on our watercolor tag. I'm going to work on that in a second. So this paper set is called the Enchanted Swan, and I had it from the range, and it's a gorgeous paper set, and all I want to do is basically cover the back. So I'm going to cover the front rather than not cover the back. So I want to make it a little bit smaller. Than that. Okay. Oh, that was loud. Right. So I have various different things around me. I have my watercolor paper, paints. I have white acrylics, inks, acrylics, diamond dust, a lot. So the first thing I want to do, where did I put my gesso? Okay, so I have to stop. I had to get through other bits and pieces. So I'm going to make some homemade gesso up because I want some gesso to go on our Christmassy tag to make it feel a little bit like Christmas. So this is how I often get asked, how do you make your own gesso up? That's what I'm about to show you. So